Is it a ball? You need some help? Yeah. It's a truck.
Okay, so today we're going to go do chores, and we gotta get the buckets first. And here are the chickens. Then we gotta fix the fence because the fence broke. Okay, so my bucket is up here. Okay. First, we'll fix the fence. Here we go. Now all we need is the water. Go and go get the water. Okay, so now we are going to go down and let them out now.
So it has been a hot minute since I have posted a video, and I'm so sorry, but it has just been crazy the last few weeks, and with the Homesteaders of America conference and just life has just been crazy, and so I have not had time to pull a video together. I've got some videos coming out for you guys over the next couple of weeks, so hopefully a video every week, some herb videos, things like that. But for now, today I thought I would do a vlog just to get some content up for you guys and kind of show you a day in the life. I am at the beginning of a cold, which is very uncommon. I am way behind in making elderberry syrup this year, and so I'm going to do that today. And then Everett was sick this week for a couple of days, and so I'm kind of just, my house is a wreck because I didn't have time to do anything when he was sick. So it actually started with my husband. We thought it was allergies, and then Everett got it for 2 days, and then about 24 hours after he started, I started getting it. And so theoretically I should be over it in the next 24 hours, but hopefully sooner, because I'm taking ASTRAGALUS, even though I don't have my elderberry syrup. I do have my apothecary going on up in here, and right now I'm taking some ASTRAGALUS tincture, and I'm taking that a few times a day because that's the best way for it to work. Here's my goldenrod tincture I made with you guys a few videos back. I need to strain that, so I'm going to try to strain that today. And I'm not really dealing with any respiratory stuff other than sinus drainage, so I think I'm just going to stick with the ASTRAGALUS. I don't feel horrible. My throat kind of hurts from sinus drainage, and I do have some sinus stuff going on, but I think for the most part taking the ASTRAGALUS while he was sick kind of helped me out. So anyhow, it is 8 o'clock. I've already gotten up and gotten my coffee. I'm horrible when it comes to day in the life stuff because I just don't record that stuff because it's my time, it's my personal time. But I'm gonna get started with this with the rest of the day and take you along with me. What do you got? You have chocolate? Bubba's doing schoolwork?
Oh my god, Mom.
What?
Why you need that much?
You're gonna do it with a joyful heart, right?
No.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
I haven't shown you our, watch out, basement pantry, and I probably won't really show it to you because I'm one of those people who are super torn by, should I show you my food or should I not show you my food? But I think one day I'll do a pantry tour. There is a bunch of junk down here and I need to get it organized while the baby's happy, so I'm actually gonna do that right now. So you will see some of our basement pantry, but you also get to see the mess I'm gonna clean up. All right, so this is part of our downstairs pantry. This room was actually our oldest son's bedroom, and in here we've moved him upstairs with our youngest son, so they share a room now. And we live in about an 896 square foot house, and so we don't have a lot of pantry space or food storage space, and so we converted this downstairs office bedroom area to a food pantry and a workout room. You can see my husband's workout gear, and there's actually a treadmill that the camera is sitting on. But there's food over here, there's food on this side, and then there's food on the other side of the wall, this wall that you can't see. I'll show you a little bit of it, but I don't have time to really go through it all today. Maybe we'll do a pantry tour another day. But I think, you know, we're pretty well stocked up for the year. So this was the first shelf that we stored. There was actually a lot more home canned food on the shelf, but we have gone through a lot of this already. You saw maybe in the time lapse, I actually had a box there that had been full. We used up all those jars. Those jars are now over here in storage. We have a good amount of potatoes left from this year's harvest, but I need to come in here and kind of go through them. So they were not chitting when I put them, even up until just a few weeks ago, they weren't chitting. But what happened was we got a new freezer, and the heat comes out from the bottom of that freezer and it comes right here to the potatoes. So I can't move the freezer, so I'm either gonna have to move the potatoes or I'm gonna have to can them. This is what you really need to look for. So this potato isn't bad, but I am gonna pull it because it has some imperfections on it. And when you have homegrown potatoes, you just need to come down once a week and kind of make sure that there's none rotting in here, because just like a bad apple, one will spoil the whole bunch. Look at these. These are really, these are really growing. So I'm going to have to go through these, and I'm probably going to have to can them in the next couple weeks, but we'll wait and see. So we have a combination of canned store-bought goods. We get these from Lidl, which is a German store. It's like Aldi. And then we have non-organic ones too. These are also from Lidl. Woo! But let me show you, there's hardly any ingredients in here. It's just carrots, water, sea salt, and calcium chloride, which, whatever. But, you know, when you're stocking up, organic doesn't always matter. We try to get organic as much as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible. So we have canned goods, we have store-bought canned goods, we have home canned goods. Here's applesauce, more applesauce. Tomatoes, more tomatoes, another jar of tomatoes. I went and got some crushed tomatoes at the store this weekend. We've got some citrus stuff down here. I actually came down here to get this. This is my extra herbs, and I need to get out my astragalus, and that's more astragalus, and my elderberries is what I need. I'm gonna leave that right there till I'm done. And then we have random stuff. Like I got these at Aldi. They were cheap. They were like 50 cents each. Organic tomato paste. Some of this stuff needs to be used up soon. There's kosher salt. There's actually a bunch of kosher salt somewhere over here, I think. On this side we have pasta. Yeah, we just have a lot of stuff. My dehydrator, canned peaches. I really need to pull these canned peaches. My son came down here and stuffed. I know that homesteaders are supposed to eat organic and stuff, but for the record, these are naturally flavored, and these are way cheaper and better for you than Pringles. So, we get these, but I need to pull these peaches out, because we keep forgetting that they're in there. We have a bunch of home canned apple butter, sugars, and flours. I'm starting to grind my own flour, but these big 12-pound bags of King Arthur unbleached all-purpose flour, you can get them at Costco for $6, which I thought was a steal. So I've been kind of stocking up on that as I can. There's also baby wipes, and normally there's a stock of diapers, but I need to stock up on diapers again. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the whole room. It's a lot to go through, and I don't have time to do that today. I have to clean up this room that I'm walking through too, and I'm definitely not going to show you that. But I will do a pantry tour one day. It's just not today because Mama not feeling it, and I got to make some elderberry syrup.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow.
Elderberry syrup is really easy to make. I will actually have a video coming out soon about it, but until then you can find the recipe for my elderberry syrup recipe in the description of this video. I actually make elderberry and astragalus syrup. Today I even added some rose hips to it. The recipe doesn't have the rose hips, but you can really just eyeball it. I only put in about a quarter or to a half of the amount, the same measurement I do of astragalus. So you can kind of eyeball it and see what you like in your syrup. It's also important to note that you should not make elderberry syrup in the Instant Pot, no matter what the trends tell you. I have a blog post on that too that I'll link below, and we'll talk about it more in the elderberry syrup video that I post in a couple weeks. I forgot to grab a chicken while I was down here. Oh my gosh, I really need to get down here and clean this basement. It's giving me anxiety. Chicken is in the freezer. We have this freezer, we have a chest freezer in another part of the house. This is a brand new one, and it is filled with chickens that we grew. There's a ladder behind here. That are delicious and tasty. So I'm going to pull out one of the small ones because tonight I'm making chicken pot pie. And I will link the recipe below, but I'm working on a what we eat in a week video, and so that will hopefully be out next week. But if not, the chicken pot pie recipe is below. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to get some food? Do you finally have an appetite back? Are you serious? Oh, okay. What do you want? Oh, okay. Are you serious? No, you don't need this. So tinctures are pretty fun in the fact that they are very easy to make. They're also very easy to take. The typical tincture dosage is based on a 150-pound person. A little bit more than that, but we're not gonna talk about that. And you would just take 30 drops under your tongue, hold it there for about 30 seconds. 60 seconds is even better, but 30 seconds is really all that's necessary. And it goes right into your system that way. Then you can swallow. But it's a great thing to keep on hand because it lasts for forever. You don't really have to worry about it expiring because of the alcohol in it, and it's something that you can make ahead of time. I always make my tinctures in the summer, especially while you have plants available, and then I have it when I need it. In this case, I think it probably saved me from really getting the full-blown crud that my husband and littlest had. I do have a sore throat. I have some sinus drainage, but it's nothing at all like what he had. And so I think that that's probably been my saving grace. Now, the thing with herbs is you have to take them multiple times during the day. I have a video about that too that I will link in the description. I wouldn't normally strain this through cheesecloth, but I am today because I had a whole bunch of bulk cheesecloth that I need to use up since I don't make cheese, and so I just use it for tinctures. I think I have changed my shirt like 5 times because I'm trying to find the happy medium between being really cold and being really hot with this whatever it is I have. So goldenrod tincture actually smells a lot like pine. Or not cedar, but definitely pine. And the plant itself actually has that scent. If you take it, I always recommend to people when they're out foraging to take it and kind of rub it in their fingers, and they will have that pine scent. It smells really good. For the sake of sanity right now, I'm just putting it into a sterilized mason jar, and then I will put it into brown amber jars, eyedropper bottles, and storage jars when I have time later. Don't forget to label it. It's easy to see what tinctures are when they're in the jar like this. Not easy to know what tinctures are when they're in the jar like this. To do anything. Isn't that right? Alright, the syrup is done. I was gonna get started on this massive amount of dishes. That's not gonna happen because the baby's asleep. I'm gonna grab a snack. I'm gonna try to get that chicken in the Instant Pot after I clean this area off. And then I need to work on my own stuff, like this massive amount of HOA apparel that just threw up all over my living room floor. And I need to record a podcast episode. I don't know if I'll get to that today or not, but it's on my list of things to do. Hopefully my voice doesn't take a turn for the worse and then I have like this sexy man voice. That would be horrible. So you guys have probably seen these in stores. a prosciutto wrapped mozzarella, essentially. I didn't buy this, I actually made these, but keto, like your best keto friendly treat, prosciutto and cheese, 0 carbs, very filling. And right now I don't want anything else because of my nose and my throat. And this is the perfect lunch. You could technically add bourbon or some kind of other alcohol preservative to your elderberry syrup. I'm not doing it this time. I thought about it, but I'm not. It's a small batch. We'll go through it really quickly, but when I'm doing a large batch, I do sometimes add bourbon. So just keep that in mind. It helps preserve it longer, especially if you want to keep it for longer than 3 months. And it kind of gives some extra flavor, if you know what I mean. Completely convinced that I'm actually gonna make a chicken pot pie tonight. I'm just not feeling like I want to go through the dough process with all of this stuff that I have to do first. I am gonna link the recipe for you below. I think I'm just gonna do the Instant Pot chicken. I've got to make bone broth anyhow, because we've already gone through our bone broth from last week. So I'll do that. There will be a link for that information below too. And I might make some baked potatoes or something. It's only 10 o'clock. And so I can pull the chicken out, make the bone broth, and probably still have time to throw some baked potatoes in there. If not, I'll do it in the air fryer or the oven. And maybe a vegetable of some kind, like peas or something. And I think I'm gonna call it a night on that one. All right, it's time for me to sit down and get some work done while the little one is sleeping. So I'm gonna do that. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day, actually, after that. I know it's only almost 11 o'clock. I've done all of this before 11 o'clock, but I have some laundry I have to do, and I've got to get schoolwork done with Junior, and so I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna clean this fabulous mess up after he wakes up, and then I'm gonna take it easy today, because some days you just gotta take it easy, and I think today is gonna be one of those days for me, because I don't want this junk to get any worse than it already is. So I'm gonna sit down and get some work done, and then when he's awake I'll get some lunch and clean this up, get him some lunch. I already ate my lunch. And then maybe if I come back I'll show you the process of making the potatoes and stuff, but I think everybody knows how to do that. And this is a normal average day in my life. Obviously we'll do chores in the evening and then wake up tomorrow morning and do it all over again. Tomorrow I have a lot of work meetings, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know if that was sarcastic or not when I just said that, but and then I'm gonna use that Instant Pot chicken over there and make chicken pot pie tomorrow night, whatever we have left over. And then the bone broth will be used in that as well. And then I can probably have enough bone broth left over to get the chicken, or to get some soup made this week. So I might make that on Friday night. Don't forget, I do have a what we eat in a week video coming up. And if I haven't already posted it, I have an elderberry syrup video coming up, but I might post that before this one. And what else? What else do you need to know about? Ooh, our Homestead planner is still on sale. I'll leave a link to that below. It's super, super cool planner to help make your life easier in the new year. We only have a few more of those left, so make sure you get those. And then we have an apparel sale coming up for Homesteaders of America. I'm not quite sure when that'll be, but I will let you know on the HOA website and stuff like that. I think that's it for me, guys. This is a normal, average day in the life, or at least morning in the life. And I'm telling you what the rest of the day is going to look like, because I'm tired. And some days it's okay to be a tired mama. And maybe you guys need to know that. So I'm finding rest. It's the day after the election. I'm not turning my TV on to watch anything. I'm not turning my phone on to watch anything. I'm just living normal life as I would as if I was untouched by anything in the world, and that has always been my goal, is to live in such a way where the rest of the outside world doesn't really affect me or our family. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with that right now. So, hey, if you haven't yet join me for the Redeeming Your Home for the Holiday series. It's a podcast series I have going on right now, especially if you're a homemaker and mama and wife and woman. And we are having a really fun time with that podcast. And you can join us in the Homestead Homemaking for Christian Women Facebook group and follow me on Instagram for more discussion about that series. I will also leave a link to that below. Lots of links below for you today. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a good one. Happy homesteading.
In fact, I did get more sick and am even more sick now, but it didn't last as long. Thank you for joining me. I ended up getting most of my tasks done that day, but I think it's a good reminder that some days you just need to rest and take care of yourself. Join me next week for a new video, and don't forget to subscribe.